So I'm about to go to the gym and I wanted to sit down and make a video. I want to talk about the no contact rule after a breakup. I don't think it's totally valid, but I also don't think it's totally invalid. And with my experience, to have absolutely no contact with someone after you break up can actually be very detrimental and can actually prolong the healing process of a breakup, in my opinion. So if you're in a relationship and you break up, whether you or your significant other did the breaking up, it doesn't really matter who broke up with who or what happened, if it was mutual, whatever. To go from being in a relationship with someone to now being single again, I truly think that the best way to get over someone is to stay friends and still communicate, unless there's a third person in the equation. Like, let's say you break up with your significant other because maybe you met someone else and you were like, whoa, I actually met someone that I think I might like better than my current relationship, which is kind of that's harsh. Anyway, let's say there's no third person in the equation. It's just you two. You broke up with your significant other. You're both single. You're both not talking to anyone else. There's no prospects on the horizon for either one of you. I think it's totally fine to still be friends and to communicate and to tell each other exactly how you're feeling. You're both single now. You're both not talking to other people. I think it's totally valid to still be in communication because you can tell. And again, that goes back to the idea of being friends with your ex. I think anyone can. I wish I was friends with some of my exes. Maybe not, actually. I have to think about that one. Never mind. But I think it's totally valid to be friends with your exes. You know, maybe a week after the breakup, have like a check-in, you know, be like, hey, how are you? How are you feeling? Like, and don't do the superficial, like, hey, how are you? How's the weather? No, like actually check in with each other and be like, hey, how are you feeling? And talk things out with your recent ex. You know what I'm saying? Especially if neither one of you are talking to anyone else, I think you should talk to each other and help each other through the breakup process. Even though that seems so counterintuitive, because like when you break up with someone, cut ties. I'm challenging that and I'm saying maybe don't cut ties. Maybe keep the ties, you know, keep in communication. In a perfect world, two people break up, neither one of you are talking to someone else at this point, and you're both just newly single and not dating around and not talking to anyone else. Talk to each other. Work it out with each other. Not saying that you have to get back together or that you should work things out, but at least check in with each other and be like, hey, I'm not doing so well. I'm feeling really hurt right now. I'm feeling very heartbroken and I want to tell you so we can talk things out. Get a new perspective of where were you coming from versus where I was coming from. I really hope this makes sense. Please, can someone please comment on this video letting me know if this makes sense? Or if it doesn't make sense, let me know either way. But I think to still talk to your ex, especially fresh after a breakup, that's fine. That's totally valid. It actually can help you process things better. Not to put a timeline on it, but if one of you starts, you know, let's say one of you meets someone new and then maybe the other person isn't quite fully healed yet or done with the healing process, and then that can really, that can affect your mental health very significantly. Whoa, don't I know? See, but that's the tough thing. Is like you can't put a timeline on it to say by 2 weeks after a breakup you should be pretty much good, because that might not be true. To also flip that to say, well, if y'all broke up, theoretically, textbook, there's really nothing stopping your ex from getting with someone else. And that's not fair to put on your ex. Let's say you're not fully over your ex yet. You're still talking, you're still friends, you're still in communication, and you're checking in with each other. But let's say your ex met someone new and is now talking to someone new and just started going out with someone new, and you're still processing that breakup. Is it correct? Is it the right thing to do to have the ex that's now talking to someone else not tell you what's really going on? Or should your ex be completely transparent with you and say, hey, I know we broke up a couple weeks ago, I met someone new. I think I really like this new person and I want to see where that goes. That could also really affect you. And then that goes back to the no contact rule, right? Of maybe the best thing to do is just to not know what's going on in your ex's life and give yourself enough time to process and to heal and get to get better and then move on and let go. I don't know. See, that's why it's so complicated, because on one hand, I think it's good to be in communication with your ex, especially if neither one of you are talking to anyone else. So that way you both can help each other process the breakup and still be friends. However, if one of you, and now it's been a couple days, maybe a couple weeks, maybe a month, I don't know, and your ex is now talking to someone else, do they tell you that they are, or should they refrain from telling you? Because maybe they're getting the vibe from you that you're not quite over the relationship, and they don't want to hurt you more by saying, hey, by the way, I'm talking to someone new. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't know what the right answer is. I started this video thinking that I was going to be so adamant about staying friends with your ex and that you should be in communication and that you should not have the no contact rule and that the no contact rule is actually kind of dumb. Now that I think about it, there is a validity to the no contact rule. I think on one hand, it's good to be friends with your ex and to help each other work out the breakup. But then on the other hand, maybe the best thing is to not know what's going on in the other person's life. I don't know. You let me know, because now I'm more confused now than I was at the beginning of the video. I don't know what the right answer is anymore. I really thought that the no contact rule was dumb and that... Do you hear that? The dog is drinking water. Hey. Hey, buddy. Hey. Hi, Barto. Camera shy. When I hit the record button, I had the belief that the no contact rule was not good and that you should still be friends with your ex and help each other work out the breakup. Moral of the story is, every breakup is different. Figure out what's going to work for you, because maybe the no contact rule is what you need, or maybe the no contact rule isn't the best thing for you and you need to talk things out with your ex and help each other work it out after the breakup and help each other feel better about the breakup. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, moral of the story, I don't know what I'm talking about. Should you do the no contact rule or should you not do the no contact rule? I don't know. I don't know the right answer anymore. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below anything you want. What are your thoughts on the no contact rule? Is it important? Is it not important? Should people follow the no contact rule? Should people not follow the no contact rule? I still think it's okay to talk to your ex immediately after a breakup and really try to be there for each other, especially if there's no one else in the equation. But if you broke up with your significant other and you move on quicker than your significant other does, and you know that by telling them that, hey, I'm talking to someone new, that might really upset them, maybe refrain. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is.